I guess I'm live. Hey, everyone. I appreciate you being with me. This is Earl Stephenson Jr., Atlanta plastic surgeon, and it's Friday, October 10th. And I've been out for about a month, and I'm tweaking my platform and tweaking things while I've been off for a month. I needed a little bit of break from social media, and you'll see me fumbling here. And the reason I came on, I want to let you guys know that I'm not disappeared, not falling off the face of the earth. I just needed a little break. So I'm working with my software here, and I see that I'm trying to go live on a couple of platforms, and I didn't make it on a couple of things. I didn't make it on Twitter. I don't know if I made it on Instagram, and one of my Facebook pages I didn't make it on. So it's just part of again tweaking process. So again, Earl Stephenson Jr., Atlanta board certified plastic surgeon, located in Dunwoody, Georgia. I have a practice ESJ Aesthetics where I focus on facial aesthetic surgery because I am dually trained in plastic and reconstructive surgery and oral and maxillofacial surgery. But I also do body work. I do mommy makeovers. I do breast lifts and breast augmentations, tummy tucks. But I also have a little bit of a different niche as well. I take care of kind of botched procedures. I've fallen into that. Didn't intend to do that, but people who have gone outside of the state, sometimes outside of the country, and they've not gotten the results that they needed, they've kind of crossed my path, and I've been able, knock on wood or wood, been able to help them regain their life and their confidence. So I've again fallen into that revision aesthetic surgery, and I kindly titled my little kind of revision work as the repair artist because I repair things that didn't go right, whether they were abroad, outside of the state of Georgia, or even within the city of Atlanta. So again, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back and I'm changing venues. I've got a different venue now than I had all last year and probably all the year before. I want you guys to drop some comments below if you like this venue. I'm kind of going to be mobile a bit, so I'll have different backgrounds with various videos to kind of change things up because I think things were getting a little stale, a little stagnant. We'll try to have some guests on. Definitely got some interesting cases to talk about, some interesting trends to end up 2025. I can't believe we're ending 2025. And then what to expect maybe for 2026. So, again, I'm Earl Stephenson. We are located here in quiet Dunwoody, Georgia, which is a suburb of Atlanta. If you are not in the metro area, just a little bit north of downtown. And I jumped on because I've been MIA for a month and I needed it actually. It was supposed to be a break, but I actually got sick a couple of times. Had to go out of town a couple of times on some business unrelated to surgery and medicine. So it's been pretty busy, even though I've been off. But I wanted to let you guys know that I am back and we'll be reinstituting or picking plastic surgery TNA. That's Talking Advice. That's my podcast that I do on YouTube. We'll be picking that back up either next Saturday or the Saturday after. I try to put those out every other Saturday. I used to do every Saturday. That got to be draining. One of the reasons I had to take a little bit of time off. So we try to do that every other Saturday so that we can give you relevant content, not bore you with things just because we don't have anything to talk about or I don't have anything to talk about. So again, try to do that every other Saturday. And then I try to pop on my various platforms. I have a Facebook platform, which I see one of my long-term colleagues and friends on. Lynn Hobbs Davis. Lynn, thanks for jumping on. It's been a long time. I've been following your Facebook. I hope you are getting better every day. So I'm thinking about you. Thanks for jumping on. Lynn actually a super nurse, one of the great nurses that I had a privilege of working with, and actually, one of the nurses that trained me. Of course, doctors train me, but the nurses train me just as much, and probably honestly a little more because at 3 a.m. in the morning when you're a resident, your bosses are not around and they don't want you to call them. So, little inside secret, the nurses help me out a bit. So, I'm always grateful. So, again, Lynn, I'm grateful for you joining. Anybody else that's watching, if you want to pop on, I will recognize you because I really appreciate you guys' support now, in the past, and hopefully I can count on your support moving forward in the future. The best thing that you guys can do for me is to really try to share this platform. It may not be for you what I'm talking about on a various topic or various day or various month, may not be in your wheelhouse, but you may know somebody who it may suit. So if you don't mind, just share or mention it and maybe that they will join or watch a video that I've produced and maybe it'll be helpful. Hey, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate that. Your words are kind. You're the best as well. I really appreciate that. So again, I'm on Facebook. My platform on Facebook, I have a couple, kind of one for men, kind of one for women. I'm not being real good with the men. I'm sorry, but I do things for men. I do gynecomastia surgery, which is contouring of the chest. Because men, we act tough. We act like we don't care about our looks. We don't care. We're not vain, but we're vain. And every man I know wants to take off his shirt in the summertime, just go swimming with his best girl or his family or his wife, or just take off his shirt and just feel cool and comfortable in his own skin. So again, I provide that service. And so if you're interested or something that's really bothered you as a man, please check me out. And my platform on Facebook is the modern gents or modern gentlemen. So if you look that up, you'll find me, and I'll try to be more active this year. That's my pledge to myself. I'm decently active on my women's platform on Facebook, which is basically ESJ Aesthetics. I really try to direct people to the website. I post here and there, and again, I'm gonna be a little bit more diligent and informative, but maybe not bombard you every day because I think really it's not the frequency, it's the quality of the content. So we'll be consistent at least once a week, maybe twice, but not every day, 3 or 4 times a day, because again, that just gets to be redundant and really not really relevant. So we're trying to bring you things that are meaningful. So again, my women's platform and men can join that. It's not we're not doing anything salacious. That's ESJ aesthetics. And if for men, if you just want to be kind of, if you want to focus just with for men and men you just want to be exclusive so to speak, then modern gents is my Facebook platform for men. I'm on LinkedIn just underneath my name, Earl Stephenson Jr., with all my alphabet behind that. That's neither here nor there, but just find me on LinkedIn. I try to be active, pretty active on LinkedIn. Like I said, took the month off. I'll be back on LinkedIn. Again, very intentional there, not just frequency for the sake of being seen and posting. We're on Instagram. Now, I'm going to fess up. Instagram is not my favorite. I mean, I get really not a lot of joy out of Instagram. I don't get a lot of engagement. Maybe again, that's on me. I don't have the right content. I'm not speaking to the right people, but I'm on Instagram on the ESJ Aesthetics, and I'm just gonna renew my vow to be engaged on all my platforms. But again, especially Instagram, I need to really get renewed and revigorous. So hopefully this month off will help moving into the new year, being more intentional and giving you great content. Of course, we're on YouTube. I love YouTube. I really kind of leverage all my videos on YouTube and then disseminate them out. We're also on TikTok now. I just kind of stumbled on TikTok maybe 3 or 4 years ago because one of my old employees said, "You just got to do it, Doc." And I do get a lot of engagement there. A lot of people talk to me. I try to answer questions in my comments or from comments. I try to comment constructively on other videos or other things in TikTok, and TikTok is kind of fun and funny. I'm a little bit addicted to it personally because it just people are just funny. people are really funny. And in this day and age, we need funny. So, anyway, I'm on TikTok. Again, kind of underneath my name, Earl Stephenson Jr., MD. So, if you want to find me at TikTok. So, those are the platforms I'm on. Again, I've mentioned it before. I'm in Dunwoody, right in the village. We're on Mount Vernon Road at 1730 Mount Vernon Road. Suite A is an apple. I perform aesthetic surgery of the face, which means eyelid surgery, facelift surgery, chin surgery. We do chin implants, and I actually do a genioplasty, which is moving your own natural bone or native bone to improve your profile because I was an oral surgeon and trained in that for many years. We do neck liposuction. I do some revision of some bad outcomes from faces. So we definitely do that. I also do a little bit of reconstruction for the face because I like it. We do nasal reconstruction primarily for people who've had skin cancers and up with large defects. So I like to repair those and restore that because the nose is the most central part of your face, clearly, and people focus on your nose primarily, and you want that to be not something that draws people's attention and doesn't divert their attention. So I do that. Asterisk caveat: we don't. I'm not in network as a insurance provider, so we don't take insurance traditionally, and I only take outer network benefits for that nasal reconstruction, and we do take out of network benefits, or we're starting to take out of network benefits for breast reduction, and those two things only. Otherwise, we're strictly aesthetic slash cosmetic surgery. Again, we talked about I do faces, also do body work. We do mommy makeovers, which are very popular. One of my favorite procedures. Tummy tuck in isolation if we're not going to do anything with the breast. I love that. That's an immediate gratification type of surgery. You take somebody 3 hours ago and you really make their her waist really kind of cinched in. It's just very satisfying. And all my clients are very happy with their results. And so we strive to be better every day with our techniques and delivering not only great, safe surgery, but a more than pleasant experience that, we try to go above board to meet your needs. So, again, do that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, and I hope I'm not rambling, I fall into where I kind of do revision work. Didn't seek that out. That wasn't a plan. I helped some clients out in the beginning of my career. We had to come up with some really innovative ways to get people whole, not only physically but emotionally and spiritually. And I've been successful at that. Again, knock on wood. And I've just started to ramp that really up and really just kind of lean into that and embrace that. So we do that. So I take care of, I hate to use the word botch, but it comes to mind botched surgery, uh, or people who've had complications, even from good surgery. If their surgeon is unavailable because of distance, primarily, they've had surgery outside of the state, even sometimes outside of the country. We have a special program here in my practice how we can take care of you and help you through that. Uh, so again, if you are interested in that, or you're kind of out there and you're kind of lost and you have really nowhere to go, but have a lot of questions or concerns, and you can't get back to your doctor, or your doctor won't get back to you, and you feel lost, there's no need to feel lost. You can just simply call my office at 770-466-4700, and we will directly direct you, and we will take care of you. So, again, take care of that. And then, obviously, if you've gotten through that, but you're not happy with your result, I've taken care of some interesting results where scars are just wide, breasts that typically should be here are kind of down. Tummy tuck scars that should be pretty low and inconspicuous are really high with big wide scars. So, we take care of all of those things. So, again, if that's you, you feel like you're hopeless with your result, it's always worth a conversation. I try to be innovative, but of course, that's covered with safety at all points during our journey if we decide to go on that journey and it makes sense. So again, it's worth a conversation if you struggle with a result and nobody seems to have answers and you feel like you're locked into that result and it's not what you envisioned for yourself. you know Give us a call and we'd be happy to consult with you about that. So again, 770-466-4700. And I'm tired. It's Friday, and I just wanted to get on because, again, I'm sure the algorithm misses me. Uh, and I just need to kind of get back to work here. I've had a nice little break. Again, plastic surgery, talking advice is my podcast. Every other Saturday, we're going to kick back off either this Saturday or next. We're trying to get our recordings and our production right. Uh, Going to try some new backgrounds and environments. Again, if this is something you like, let me know. Then I can keep this background in the rotation that I may have when I present my podcast or other videos. So, again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a quiet, safe, wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. Until next time, thank you and peace.